What is going on, guys? The Green Muck here. Today I'm here with another top 5 video. I don't really have a script for this one. I'm just kind of rolling with it as I go. I'm going to have some replays playing here in the background. Today, this is the top 5 cards that in Clash Royale Rocket card should kill, but does not for some odd reason. This isn't going to be based off like game mechanics, like strategically why the card should kill it, but just sort of like, yeah, this makes logical sense that this should be killed by that. You'll see as we get it. So the first card is going to be the Valkyrie. The rocket, okay, and one more important note. I'm going off my level cards. So I currently have a level 6 rocket, and most of the rares that I mentioned in this one are going to be level 6, yeah. If I mention any legendaries, I'm going by level 1. And yeah, that's basically it. Let's get into it. So number 5 is going to be the Valkyrie, as I said. The reason that the Valkyrie, I think, should be killed by the rocket is because a human. Like, this is my thing. The Valkyrie is a human, correct? So if there's a human being hit full on by a rocket, I don't care what the rocket is going to kill the person. Automatically. And I was considering putting a lot more humans on here, but I just decided to just do the Valkyrie because it's really like the other ones, like the Prince who's wearing armor, and yeah. The Valkyrie makes absolutely no sense to be able to survive a rocket blast, and that is why she's number 5. Coming in at number 4, we have the Sparky. And the reason that the Sparky's on this list is because the Sparky, obviously, being as its technological machine, the Sparky is obviously working with, like, technology. Now, do you know what happens when a piece of technology gets devastated, like, gets hit by, like, a crazy piece of, like, something? It blows up. You know what doesn't happen? It does not, by no means, just stay alive with half health. The Sparky would just stop working. If it was actually hit by a rocket, a real Sparky would just stop working. That's why it doesn't make any sense that the Sparky should be able to live. Coming in at number 3, we have the Bomb Tower. The reason the Bomb Tower, I think, shouldn't be able to survive a rocket is that the Bomb Tower is a card that has a person standing on top of it. Much like the tower, it has a bomber standing on top of it. Now, even if you want to tell me that this bomber has some crazy ability where it's a special bomber that's able to live a rocket, don't you think that it would make sense that the bomber should just get blown off? It doesn't make any sense that the bomber would just be able to stay on and keep throwing bombs unfazed. In fairness, the bomber does live on a sliver of health, but at the same time, it really does bug me that the bomb tower is able to survive a rocket. Coming in at number 2, we have the balloon. The reason the balloon is up so high is because it does not make any sense. It's the epitome of really not making any sense. Game mechanics I can talk about another time. It doesn't really make sense for the game that a rocket balloon should be able to live a rocket. But just strictly, do you know what happens when a rocket hits a balloon? It pops. It does not even stay flying for half a second. A rocket hits a balloon, it punches a hole right through it. That's why the balloon is possibly one of the cards that makes the least sense to me. Because so many things should be able to kill it, and they just don't. A baby dragon, one fire shot at the balloon's dead. It doesn't make any sense. Also, one musketeer shot. Those are the reasons that balloon is just, yeah, bothers me logically. So before we get into number 1, we have some honorable mentions. Number 1 is going to be the Barbarian Hut, being as it is made out of wood. But I didn't put it on here just because I felt some of the other ones were way more glaringly obvious, and I felt also the Barbarian Hut has a little bit of metal on it, so I felt like maybe you could explain it. The second honorable mention is going to be the Prince and the Hog Rider. It's kind of a dual one. The reason for that is that although it's more the Hog Rider than the Prince. Although the Prince is wearing armor and the Hog Rider isn't, but although even if you could tell me that they would be able to survive a rocket hitting them, they would definitely not be able to stay on their animal that they are riding. And that's why Prince and Hog Rider make it to our honorable mentions. Miner, not the actual Miner, I think should be able. I don't even think actual Miner survives a rocket. But if you throw a rocket at a Miner underground, I don't see any reason why. I just lost my train of thought. I don't see any reason why the Miner shouldn't die, even though it's underground. The rocket probably shakes something up when it hits the ground. And yeah, my last thing that I was going to say as our honorable mentions is the log. The reason the log is on here is because, oh my god, I'm just, the reason the log is on here is because, even if you want to tell me the log is not actually a physical thing, it's a spell, I don't think it is. I think it's a real log that you're just sending down. So why does it make any sense that the log should not just get absolutely devastated by the rocket? And this applies again to fireball and arrows. It just doesn't get any damage, and it doesn't make any sense. Finally, for our number 1 spot, we have guards and Dark Prince. Let's go with Dark Prince. Let's just go with guards. Now, there's a funny little game mechanic with the card called guards. If you don't know, if you haven't gotten up to Rail Arena or you just don't play the game, the guards have this funny mechanic where they have a shield. And what this shield does is it prevents them from dying in one hit. So if they take damage and they still have their shield up, the shield will die from that one hit before the actual card does. Now, the guards. The guards are some of the most fragile cards in the game. The guards, without their shields, will take one hit. A rocket comes at a person holding a shield. The shield doesn't just fly away and they come out unscathed. They go with the shield. That's why a lot of things should be able to damage the guards and just don't. It doesn't make much sense. The guards should not be able to live anything. Just boop, shield. It doesn't make any sense, and that's why the guards are number 1 on this list. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos. I had a lot of fun making this one, just coming up with the list. I obviously didn't write a script. I got a little bit, but it's not a big deal, I hope. Let me know what you guys thought. If you have some of your own cards that you think shouldn't be able to survive a rocket, let me know down below. As always, I don't know what's as always. I mix up my intro and my outro every time. I just haven't set a set one. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, I already said that. I'm gonna get the heck out of here. Muck out. Peace.